Cut. 180. Maverick.
Defense. Shit.
Topper.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Space to maneuver at the 40. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
40's Mike. 40's Mike.
Goff on first down. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
Let's go. Hey.
Maverick wall.
40. Watch the flag.
17.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 30 yards. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Good route here.
Check 24.
Hey, wahoo!
Cousins on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Leave it. Bring up 48.
Jim.
22 jet bomber. Black.
3.
Hey, can. Hey, orbit. Gun.
You got
I got it.
Cousins. He gets this one to Johnson. A gain there of 21 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
Bravo.
At the 43-yard line.
Hey, turn it up.
Throwing on second down. Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Cousins to throw it. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Undercrush.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Motion.
First down, here's the run with Cook. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The Rams, 42-yard
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Yellow. 4 down. Easy.
To throw is Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, no, easy.
At the Rams' 31-yard line.
Gun. Wait, hot.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins, and incomplete. That was the safety Taylor Rapp right there on the coverage.
Didn't have a receiver. Open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Gun.
4 down. Check. Alert flare.
First. Wait, done.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive NFL resume. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. But a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
Now it's Gurley. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Check like 40. Got one.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. They'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Motion backfield.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Ric Flair.
Hey, watch hands, watch hands.
Turbos up.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he's got room. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Play 56.
Cousins now. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
56. Watch the pass. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Let's get it.
Cousins. And he's going to go down again. Aaron Donald, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete. John Johnson on the coverage.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
At their own 8-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Gun.
To throw, Cousins. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Run out. 300.
3rd and long for Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 79 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Kill. Switch.
DC.
Check. Motion.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Hold the look.
Again, they run with Gurley. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Hey, kill.
Go back. We got motion. Back up.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Value 3.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
At the Vikings' 43-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And I think the ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Here we go. 180.
No game on this defense. No game.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn
Hey,
it.
shell. Shell.
61. Matchbox lights.
Done.
No gain on the dump off. It's second down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
At the 25-yard line.
Cut. 180.
Watch tight end. 3 down, 3 down. Kill, kill, kill.
Maverick.
Lucky. Motion.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
52. Motion.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
For the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. 30, past the 20, touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 82 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter, and don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Coming to you. Sponge.
4 down. Louis.
Switch. Motion.
They try right side here, Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
All day, dog. Shoot! Watch twist! I got you, baby. I got you.
Another carry now for Gurley. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
40's the mic. Squeeze. Who that?
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
40's mic right there. 40's mic.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Let's get it.
Here we go. It's Gurley. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. That one a backbreaker as they wind up.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big jobs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed be emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash.
hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is...
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Houston Texans. This is fielded at the goal line. Yeah, and he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
We go tonight. Flag 20. Ric Flair.
Coming this way. Here we go.
Protein spill.
Showing it. Motion.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Come on now. Let's
He
go.
didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Value 1.
Mike 41. Record.
Goff now looks to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
DC. At the 29-yard line.
Check the hot read. Check 3.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Gurley again here on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Hey, Haywood.
Second and 10.
Hey, kill.
The 32-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Goff. And find Everett there, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Here's Gurley. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll run on third down with Brown. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, L.A. Malcolm Brown, 37 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Week 6 for Carlos Hyde was a big one. It was the Carlos Hyde redemption game let go by the Chiefs just before the start of the season. And he showed them 26 carries, 116 yards, and a touchdown in that big victory. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I got one. Hey, check 24, watch 24. Deuce. SOS.
Following the penalty, it's Hyde. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On first down, Watson. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, complete. It's Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Throwing on third down, Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Well, that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, here's Watson. Flush to his right. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going for it. It's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. They'll run on first down. Brown. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Blue draw Corkers. Bang, bang. Whip value one. Watch the whip.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Watch out. General West. Hey, 76. 76. 76.
They run. It's Gurley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
We go tonight. By 20. I got it. Tight into the 4 now. Move. Alert. 3 down. Check.
Gurley. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Wait, 20. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Check, 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 check.
From the gun on third down. Goff. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Let's go, baby.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the one.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?